Era Billionaire Humiliated Waitress for spilling tea. But Ozzy Osbourne was watching. The billionaire's voice thundered across the restaurant, and the entire room froze. The young waitress stood there trembling, eyes full of tears, because she had spilled a single drop of tea. What the billionaire didn't know was that someone unexpected was watching, Ozzy Osbourne himself. And what happened next shocked everyone. Backhand index pointing right before the story begins. Subscribe to our channel Voices of Darkness, and like or share this video with your friends. Backhand index pointing right if you love Ozzy Osbourne. Share this video right now and help us reach our 1,000 subscribers target. Prove your love. The sun hung low above downtown Dubai, melting its golden light across the marble floor of the world-famous Al Zahra Sapphire Lounge, a place where billionaires, celebrities, and royalty drifted in and out like shadows with wallets heavier than their hearts. Inside, soft Arabic music played, the kind that whispered elegance rather than sang it. Amira, a 22-year-old waitress from Alexandria, Egypt, hurried from table to table. Her hands were small, delicate, the hands of someone who grew up shaping clay and knitting thread rather than carrying silver trays. She had only been working at the Sapphire Lounge for 2 weeks, and today she was terrified. Her shift supervisor had warned her, "Table 7, whatever they ask, you deliver it perfectly. No mistakes." That man owns half the city. Table 7 belonged to Khaled Al-Najjar, an Arab billionaire whose name opened doors and whose presence made people bow. He sat there now. Tall, intimidating, wrapped in a black tailored though worth more than Amira's entire yearly wage. His gold watch glittered under the chandelier like a warning sign. 2 bodyguards stood behind him, stone-faced and unblinking. Amira approached with his tea. Her hands shook. The tray wobbled. 1 single drop of tea slipped over the rim. 1, just one, but it fell, slowly, almost poetically, landing on the billionaire's sleeve. And in that instant, the entire restaurant's heartbeat stopped. Khaled looked down at the droplet as if it were poison. Then he looked at Amira. His face twisted. His voice erupted. "You useless girl," he roared, his accent sharp, slicing through the air like a dagger. The entire room turned. Every guest froze. Every waitress hid. Amira felt her heart collapse in her chest. I'm very sorry, sir," she whispered, her voice trembling. "It was an accident," he shouted, rising to his feet. His gold watch flashed like lightning. "You call this an accident? You stained a $25,000 sleeve." Amira staggered back, her eyes filled with tears she refused to let fall. People watched, but no one moved. Not one person dared defend her. Not the manager. Not the guard executives at the nearby tables. Not the waitresses whose hearts ached but stayed silent. Because everyone knew one thing. You don't challenge Khaled Al-Najjar. He stepped closer until she could feel the heat of his anger. "Do you know how much this costs? Your entire family couldn't afford to wash it." His words struck deeper than a slap. I'm so sorry," she whispered, shaking. "I didn't mean." He grabbed the empty cup on the table, held it up, and dropped it to the floor. The porcelain shattered. The sound echoed like a gunshot. "That is your value," he growled. "Nothing. Broken. Replaceable." Amira gasped. Her knees weakened. Her chest tightened. But she didn't cry. Not yet. Because her mother once told her, crying in front of the cruel is like giving them a trophy. But then, a chair slid back across the room. Slowly. Deliberately, the shadow rose, a silhouette older than time, the legend, a man who had lived through storms darker than any billionaire's rage. The figure walked toward them, leather boots clicking softly, long, messy hair falling behind round glasses, a worn black jacket hugging his shoulders like an old friend. The voice, gravelly yet calm, spoke. "Hey, that's enough." Every head snapped in his direction. And then whispers erupted. "That I asked that? Wait, no way. Oh my God," because a man who now stood between Amira and the billionaire was none other than Ozzy Osbourne. Khaled blinked, confused and irritated. "Who are you to interrupt me?" he snapped. Ozzy tilted his head, smirked slightly, and tapped aside his glasses as if trying to remember something. "Oh, I don't know," he muttered. "Some people call me the Prince of Darkness, but you could just call me Ozzy." A ripple of gasps spread through the lounge. Even the bodyguard stiffened. Khaled scoffed. "I don't care who you are. This girl made a mistake, and she must learn her place. Ozzy raised a brow. Learn her place? He echoed quietly. Yeah, she did. And you know what her place is? He turned, placed a gentle hand on Amira's shoulder. Right here, working hard, trying to survive, just like the rest of us. The billionaire's face darkened. You think you can embarrass me in my city? Ozzy chuckled, a low, dark sound. Mate, I don't need to embarrass you. You already did that yourself. The audience held their breath. The billionaire stepped forward, but the bodyguards hesitated, unsure whether they should intervene. The entire energy of the room had changed. Ozzy wasn't yelling, he wasn't threatening. He was simply standing there like a mountain refusing to be moved. Look, Ozzy said softly. You spilled tea? It dries. You break a cup? You buy a new one. But you break a person's spirit? That's not something money can fix. Amira's eyes widened, and no one had ever defended her like this. Certainly not against someone like Khalid. Khalid clenched his jaw. You dare lecture me? Ozzy shrugged. Nope. I'm reminding you you're human. I know it's hard to tell sometimes. A few people stifled laughs that Khalid's fist tightened. You don't know who you're talking to. Ozzy looked around. Everyone else seems to know exactly who I am. Maybe you didn't get the memo. A wave of laughter rippled again. Khalid stepped forward. The room tensed. The bodyguards moved, but stopped when Ozzy lifted one finger. Easy, boys, Ozzy said. This isn't that kind of fight. He turned his attention to Amira again. You okay, love? She finally broke. Tears fell, quiet, fragile. But she nodded. Ozzy smiled gently. You did nothing wrong. Then he reached into his jacket, pulled out a pen, and knelt. Right there, I in front of the entire restaurant, I in front of the billionaire, I in front of stunned cameras, capturing everything. He took Khalid's sleeve, the one with the tea stain, and signed it with a flourish. Ozzy Osbourne. People gasped. A billionaire's offended sleeve had just become a memorabilia worth hundreds of thousands. Ozzy rose, tapped the sleeve, and said, There you go, mate. I fixed your little problem. Now it's worth even more. The lounge exploded with murmurs as Khalid's jaw dropped. The bodyguards froze, and Ozzy leaned in and whispered loud enough for everyone to hear. Next time someone spills tea, maybe try not spilling your dignity. Khalid trembled. Humiliation burned his skin, and no one had ever spoken to him this way. But Ozzy didn't care about power. He didn't care about status. He cared about people. He cared about kindness. He cared about moments like this. And the entire lounge knew it. Ozzy placed a gentle hand on Amira's shoulder. You're coming with me, he said softly. You don't need to work in a place like this. The manager rushed up, panicked. Mr. Osbourne, please. She is one of our best, she. Ozzy held up a hand. No, she's done here. If you want someone to serve you, hire robots. You don't deserve people. Khalid finally snapped. Get out of my restaurant. Ozzy turned slowly. Oh, trust me, I will. He looked at the people watching. But she's coming too. He took Amira by the hand, and the entire restaurant rose to their feet, not out of fear, but out of respect for Ozzy, for her. For the moment, as they walked out, people whispered, That billionaire's finished. Ozzy saved her life. He embarrassed the tyrant. What a legend. And for the first time in hours, Amira breathed. Outside the lounge, the Dubai night sparkled with lights like fallen stars. Ozzy walked beside her, calm, warm, real. Where you from, sweetheart? He asked. Alexandria, she whispered. Beautiful place, he murmured. Your mother must be proud. Those words hit her heart harder than anything earlier. Her mother passed away the year before, but she nodded anyway. Ozzy noticed her silence. You been through something, haven't you? He asked softly. She nodded again. Ozzy breathed deeply. Life can be cruel. People can be worse. But there's always someone watching. Someone ready to step in. Today, that was me. Tomorrow, maybe it'll be you for someone else. Amira stared at him. Why did you help me? She asked. Ozzy shrugged. Because no one helped me when I needed it. And I promised myself I'd never ignore pain when I saw it. They sat by the fountain outside the mall. Ozzy looked up at the night sky. You got dreams? He asked. Yes, she whispered. But they feel too big. Ozzy smiled. So are mine. Before leaving, Ozzy made one call. Just one dot, and within an hour, Amira had a new job, ATA recording studio cafe. High salary, safe environment. Friendly staff, a million miles better than where she came from. When she turned to thank him, he shook his head. No need, love, just live your life. And when someone weak stands in front of you, defend them. That's how we fix the world, one small act at a time. Amira wiped her tears. You're a good man, she whispered. He laughed. I've been called worse. Because someone recorded the entire confrontation and posted it. Within minutes, it spread like wildfire. Within hours, it hit every social platform. Within a day, it reached every news channel. Ozzy Osbourne defends waitress against Arab billionaire. Legend saves humiliated girl. Kindness wins over power. The billionaire tried to bury the story. But the internet doesn't forget. And the world united behind the same message. Be like Ozzy. And so, a billionaire tried to destroy a girl's dignity over a drop of tea. But a legend restored it with a single signature, a single act of courage, a single moment of humanity. And that's what the story reminds us. Kindness is louder than power. Courage is stronger than money. And heroes come in black jackets and round glasses. Backhand index pointing right. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe to our channel Voices of Darkness. Backhand index pointing right like, and share this video with your friends and biker family. Backhand index pointing right. And if you truly love Ozzy Osbourne, share this video right now and help us reach our 1,000 subscribers target. Prove your love.